Okay guys, back with another update video for the YXZ. I got the supercharger all installed. I got the panels back on, and Agency sent me out a new spring for the bypass valve, stiffer spring. Before I did that, before I threw that in, I wanted to make sure I had no vacuum leaks, so I actually did a smoke test on the vacuum lines, and it didn't show anything. So then I felt safe enough to go ahead and throw the stiffer spring on. I put that in. I'm getting about 5 psi according to the gauge that I have on there to the motor. I'll be honest, it's not as impressive as I thought it would be. It shifts hard. The low end torque that I was expecting just does not seem to be there for some reason, and that's why I said I think I have it about dialed in. I'll take it for a spin here in a second and show you the gauges as I'm accelerating and stuff, and see what you guys think. But it's definitely faster. I can feel difference, especially in that's the odd thing. I can feel it more in the higher RPMs, which doesn't make much sense with the supercharger. Normally you get a lot of your power low RPMs, instant torque is what most superchargers give you. This almost feels like a turbo, where like the more I wind it out, the more boost or power I feel. But I don't know, I hope it's all right and it's all connected good. One thing that's doing that, I'm not sure if that's normal. I'm not an expert at any of this, obviously, but when I start it up and I just roll out, you know, going slow, the boost gauge will already show 2 or 3 psi, which I kind of think is kind of screwy. I don't know if that's correct or not. If one of you guys knows, let me know. Maybe post a comment down in the comment section. But you know, it just doesn't feel as fast as I thought it would, to be honest. I'm a little bit disappointed for the money I spent. I can't recommend this to anybody, to be honest. It feels faster, but it feels like I gained about as much power as I did when I put the intake spacer on and the exhaust. So you're probably getting 5-10 horsepower out of the spacer and the full exhaust on these things. And so I'm not 100% sure I got it running correctly. The boost gauge does show 5 pounds of boost, so it's like, how can it be showing that? That's obviously what's going into the motor, because I have the gauge actually hooked up right underneath the manifold. See if I can see here. You can see right there where it's twisted into that T right there. So that goes all the way to the front to the gauge. But I mean, it's showing 5 psi going into the motor. I mean, that's right by the throttle body, so it's getting 5 psi right there. The only other thing it could be is maybe the tune isn't perfect, so maybe the throttle bodies aren't opening up at the right time, or I'm not exactly sure what the tune controls, to be honest. But it definitely feels a little bit faster, but not as fast as I thought it was going to be, unfortunately. So I kind of wish I would have gone turbo. There's still a chance I might rip this off and try to sell it, and if I can sell it, go ahead and buy the turbo kit. Or, you know, I'll keep tinkering with it. I'm gonna send another email out to Vivid Racing and see if they have any other ideas. I'll take it for a rip here in a second and show you guys what it's doing, how it sounds, what the gauges look like, and see what you guys think. But you know, I'm not 100% satisfied, that's for sure. Maybe after I get it out, you know, I'm just riding around my house here. Maybe once I get to my buddy's house and take it out in the field and really stretch the legs on it, maybe then I'll be a little bit more impressed. But I figured getting out here on the road, just taking a quick rip in front of the house on the road with good traction, with a supercharger, you'd think that you'd have a ton of low-end torque and you'd feel it immediately like most cars, you know, but this one you really got to wind it out to feel the power. So I don't know if that's the way it's supposed to feel, if there's something wrong here. So like I said, I'll take it for a rep and let me know what you guys think. So there you go, guys. Like I said, doesn't actually, that time it really didn't even feel much faster at all than it did stock. So I don't know what's going on with this thing. I'm going to send a link of this video to the guys at Agency, and maybe they can figure something out. But that was not very impressive. You can hear it bogging down pretty bad. First gear, when I first hit it, it barely responds. It kind of burbles and almost backfires, and the only way to really feel any acceleration is to wind it all the way out. And I mean, I could do that when it was stock, and I almost feel like it feels no different than stock on that little run there. So I guess I'm kind of looking for other people's opinions too. So if there's somebody out there that has a supercharged car or UTV or whatever, if they have an opinion on this, let me know, because I'm still trying to figure it out. I want to get as much power out of this thing as I possibly can, and I appreciate any input. So okay, guys, if I figure out anything else or talk to Agency or have an update of some sort, I'll let you know. Okay, thanks.